All right. Hey, guys. It's Christian again, back with another episode of Losing My Mind, the podcast dedicated to all things brain cancer related. Um, had a very frantic start to yesterday that ended up being a pretty good day and is carried over into a pretty good day today. Um, Yesterday morning, I was enjoying my second night of this after I received my backpack to carry my Optune Gio that I'm currently wearing now on my back instead of across my shoulder strap, which feels so much better, makes it much easier to carry. If you use one of these things, get the backpack. I mean, it's included in the deal, so why not? Uh, but anyway, somehow I had managed to leave the zipper open on the top of the backpack. And yesterday morning, when I was seeing my kids off to school, I reached down, grabbed my son's lunchbox, and handed it to him, and the whole entire unit flew out of my backpack and smashed all over the floor. You could imagine the looks of horror my wife each of us gave each other after that happened. I mean, it was distressing to say the least. But the team at Novacure, they couldn't have been better to deal with. We gave them a call. They said no problem. This happens all the time. People drop their units getting out of the car. They drop them in the bathroom. They get dropped. So they overnighted us another one, and now I've got my new one back on and cooking my tumor a little longer. So that's a good thing. And so after that crisis was averted yesterday, we then had our telehealth call with the UNC Chapel Hill about their CAR T cell therapy trials, and got some very pleasant news from that as well that I wasn't expecting. Number one, even though most of these trials, if not all, are in phase one of their schedule, they're showing some very early promising results. And she said that they're working equally on both methylated and unmethylated tissue, which was the best nugget of hope I've gotten since this nightmare began. And for me, I think as far as something that could actually help unmethylated tissue, because until now I didn't know of anything. I mean, even this Optune alone, it does better with methylated tissue than unmethylated. But even with unmethylated, it could add 2, 4, 6, 8 more months of life, to you, which gives you more time with your family and more time to seek out these new therapies, just like these CAR T cell therapies. But anyway, so the doctor was telling me about that, which that made me feel good, and that I was probably a pretty good candidate for it. But the only thing is, for me to get into the program, I am going to require a second resection, which I did not want to go through. So my tumor has grown back, like I said in a couple of episodes. It was you could see it on the CAT scan last week, and tomorrow I have my official MRI to confirm the results, and then we'll go from there and see how much has to be removed, because it has moved outside the zone of treatment. So it's considered a reoccurrence. And because it's considered a reoccurrence, you qualify for these CAR T cell therapies as long as you haven't taken certain drugs. Like if I had immediately started on Avastin or something like that on my next round, I wouldn't have qualified. So I'm glad we talked to them. And then we have an appointment with Duke on the 5th to talk to them about their CAR T cell therapy and see which one can get me in the quickest after I recover from my second resection surgery, which does stress me out a little bit. I mean, those resections, they're no joke. I mean, to go through that kind of pain again and hopefully come out on the good end without any permanent deficits would be preferable. But there's always stress involved when that goes, so I guess that's normal. But anyway, another thing the doctor told us yesterday at UNC Chapel Hill, which I found interesting, was that I didn't realize all the things they were already using it for. Like they've been using CAR T cell therapy and getting pretty promising results also with lymphoma, and it also seems to be having an effect on like the biomarkers of if my brain is taking everything she said is what I think she said. It's even attacking like the biomarkers for lung cancer. So man, if this CAR T cell therapy can help methylated and unmethylated solid tumors as well as lymphoma, as well as lung cancer, I'd be more than proud to throw my hat in the ring to get on one of these drug trials. But to get through it, like I said, I got to go through a second resection surgery. So I guess we'll be discussing that with my my doctor tomorrow after my MRI. So I just, even though it looks like I'll probably miss out on Thanksgiving and possibly even Christmas if I can recover fast enough to get up to one of these cell therapy trials, it'll be worth it. This is something you have to do, I guess. But so anyway, that's that on that end. I also got some more good news to report. I've almost got complete reuse of my left hand and left arm now. I mean, it's not quite as strong as it was, a week ago before I had my last seizure, but it's almost there. I can trust it now, and I can feel it coming back better every day. This I'll tell you what, the radiation treatment I underwent caused a massive amount of swelling on the right side of my brain, which is what ended up causing my seizure I had last week, and which was also causing this partial paralysis symptoms on my left arm and hand. So, and they said that should all subside as the swelling goes down. So I was really happy to hear that. But anyway, I uploaded a couple of videos to a couple of support groups on Facebook, and I had a couple of good conversations. One of them was with this Alicia Steinbroner, thanking me for sharing my story. She said, I'm going to share this with my husband. He has unmethylated GBM as well, and we have 2 young children, just like me and my wife do. And she said he's been struggling. I think you sharing could help him feel not so alone in this horrible diagnosis. Thank you. No, thank you, Alicia. That's a very sweet thing to say, and I hope anything I am doing here is kind of helping him. I started this out to kind of help me keep my sanity, and I just can't seem to bottle this in. I don't want to. So I understand that he struggle. I still struggle every day. I mean, I have good days and bad days. You're catching me on a better day. The other night, in fact, one of the videos you watched was me on not such a good day, when I wasn't feeling quite as optimistic. And the demons, they creep in at night, and it's very easy to happen. So I understand why he's struggling, especially when you got 2 little ones that are caught up in this mess as well. So I understand. And but please share whatever I'm doing with him, and let him know if he'd ever like to talk. It'd be great, because I've been looking for guests to come on, and I've had a few people interested, and then when it came time, they just decided they did, and I get that. I mean, this is a very private, very painful ordeal for families to deal with, and not everybody wants to come out and just talk about it, because they do a lot of talking in the doctor's offices anyway. So I understand that, but it would be nice to have someone to exchange stories, and if there's anything I could do or say to help him feel less alone in this, I'll be glad to do it. So let him know, and if you're interested, shoot me another private message, and I'll get your email, send you a Zoom link. We can set up a time, and we can have a conversation. It'd be great. And then what you didn't see after the first part of this first message she left me was I asked her if he was wearing an Optune Gio, because even with it is part of standard of care, and even though it's unmethylated tissue, it does still help it. I mean, methylated tissue gets much better responses with the Optune Gio, but hey, if you could add almost 8 months to your life wearing the Optune, why not? It gives you more time with the family, more time to seek treatment. At the very least, just more time. So more time is more time. So tell them to hang in there, please. And then I asked her, I said, have you heard about any of these CAR T cell therapy trials going on, and the promising results of the preliminary positive they're getting from these? And she said she wasn't very sure, so she wrote back. She said, thank you. It's so confusing on all the trials to choose from. He's not wearing it. I'm assuming the Optune she means, but I plan on asking about it with his neurologist, I guess. But he finally finished the 6 weeks of radiation at TMZ with many bumps in the roads, 3 hospitalizations, one of them being an infection on the skull caps, so that had to be removed. Now he starts gamma knife surgery tomorrow for some necrosis and a tiny tumor in the thalamus that seems to be shrinking. Well, I wish him all the luck in the world, and that's my worry about my second resection. There's always a possibility of an infection or something growing wrong, or you open up that skull and start messing around with that brain, so things can happen. So after my first resection, I came out of it with this purple left side droop, which makes me talk out the side of my mouth and sound funny. And I still only have half the feeling in these two fingers on my bottom right hand, which doesn't make any sense considering it was a left side tumor. But anyway, that's what I'm dealing with. But it's not unbearable. But I know what you mean. You don't want to wake up and have something else go wrong also. So I wish him well in all of that. And when he gets on the mend, if he wants to talk, yeah, put him on with me. But as far as the Optune Gio goes, you could at least get that ball rolling. Although if he has any staples from his surgery, he won't be able to use the Optune until those are removed. Fortunately for me, when I had my first resection, they used stitches. They didn't use staples. And so I guess I was able to get to the Optune a little sooner than some people might have if they had staples. But I'm wishing him all the luck, and I hope that his gamma knife surgery goes well. But anyway, I was just looking. I said I'd try to look up some information for you. You know, there are several places that offer the CAR T cell therapy, and there's therapy centers. Here's a rough map above my head of all the centers around the country where you can be sent to seek for treatment by people like the Bristol Myers Squibb. And actually, I'm impressed by how many places treatment centers there are. You might have to travel a little bit, but just like we're going to have to travel several hours to go where we go, which that might not be. Some people might be further, but for us, that's not too bad. So, but you might have to travel a little. But there seems to be a center, no matter where you are, in somewhat close proximity to wherever you live. So. You have to seek them out, but they're out there. But that's about it. So, Alicia, I appreciate the conversation. I thank you for watching the videos, and hopefully he gets something out of it. And I'd like to have a conversation with him, or just any of you listen, any of you caregivers, former patients, or people who've recovered, or you're still in recovery. If you want to come on here and just, because I don't know, I'm the only one I know of that has I'm a brain cancer patient with a brain cancer podcast. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm starting to figure a few things out. My brain doesn't work quite as fast. A year ago, I could have watched a YouTube video and learned all I need to know on how to carry on at least a more professional-looking podcast, other than my kitchen cam behind me. But anyway, well, that's about all. That's about all for today. Yeah, I do have to have a second surgery. That'll be confirmed tomorrow, and I'll probably, when I come home, I'll upload some images of the tumor itself and the swelling that's still there, and just press on to the next thing. I mean, it's one day at a time, right? I mean, sorry, I got the hiccups. I just got finished drinking my dinner. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope all of you are having a pleasant evening or a pleasant tomorrow, and until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks.